In today's video, I'm going to be covering shaved handles, doing door poppers, shaved handle solenoids, the keyless entry portion of it, and all the accessories that are involved in doing the job. So whether you're planning on doing shaved handles in your existing vehicle, hot rod, custom car, whatever the case, or if you just receive your car back from the body shop and now you're going to do the fun part, which is all the electrical and installation portion of the rehab, these are the components that need to be purchased to do the job and to do the job properly. Now, just because these are the ones I'm showing doesn't mean that this is the only parts in the universe that you can use. However, this is the preferred brand that I use myself on my site. This is what we're using. This is what people seem to like the most, and people seem to understand and like the support that comes with the product. So, for first off, let me start off with this part right here. Now, this one here is an 8-channel keyless entry system, which comes with 2 transmitters. You notice that there's only 4 buttons on there, and the way it works is that, say if you wanted to do your door poppers, you could assign that to channel 1, 2, 3, or 4, but when you do a combination of 2 buttons, it creates auxiliary channels 5 through 8, so that way you can do door pop, say your driver's door, passenger door, trunk, you could do windows, or if you had a sunroof, you can actuate it doing something like this, or if you had, say, a linear actuator on your hood and you wanted to open your hood, do something like this, fuel door, just like that, or if you had some other accessory, these 2 together, so you can do a total of 8 ballot channels using this 4-button remote control. So that's pretty cool. Now, you might ask, well, if I go through all this work and I put shaved handles in my car, now I lose a remote, the battery's dead. Now what happens? They have an answer. This kit, the solenoid portion of it anyway, comes with a hidden button, which you notice is all covered in rubber. The only metallic part that's on here, which actually threads onto the rubber, as you can see, they do it this way for a certain reason, because these are typically designed to be mounted underneath the vehicle, hidden away. Some people put them behind fake outside view mirrors. I mean, you name it, I've seen it. And this will give you a chance to basically throw either a ground output, most likely, which will get wired into a relay, which powers the solenoid to do the action of opening the door. And that could be set up to do the driver door, passenger door, trunk, however you want to trick it out and make your system work. Or if you want to have multiple auxiliary backup buttons like this, you could do that as well. Doesn't really matter. But they did think of that, and it comes with it. So we've covered pretty much the basics of the keyless entry remote system, the backup, and also when you're powering these systems up and you're doing the wiring, I've used Keep It Clean wiring. I'm using a single pole double throw relay, which is a 5-pin relay, which I've used in 100,000 of my videos by now. I must have said this word relay easily 1,000 times. Right here, which is 30 amps, and also we have a pre-wired socket, which just goes like this. And it does exactly what the company states, keep it clean. So that way you don't have to wire up female terminals and have all that stuff done because it's already pre-done. You have yourself a nice foot length of wire. You got about 14 gauge outputs. And these relays are going to throw the heavy gauge outputs, so the high amperage outputs I should say, onto your solenoid. So basically this one here is going to get its ground either from the way it's mounted, which this plate here is optional, but most of the cases this system works best when you use this bracket to mount it on there. However, there are several other options. You could just use steel back straps. I've seen people do welding. I mean, you name it, I've seen it. And this basically is just a single phase plunger, which is going to pull a cable like so onto the door linkage. Now, of course, your door is going to have to always be unlocked in the vehicle itself. Otherwise, this can pull all at once, but it's never going to pop the door. Now, you might ask, if I have this popper in the car and then the door is unlocked, this pulls the linkage, how does the door actually open? That is what this is for. This is actually called the door popper portion of the system, just like the package says. Right there, door popper. Now, the way this works is kind of like a plunger. When the door is closed, it's going to put pressure on this here. So basically when you pop the door and this pulls the linkage, it's going to push this off the hinge, and it's going to basically give you this much of a spread. Or if your door is, you know, a little loose when it's on the hinges, it's going to pop out however it's going to pop out. But this is actually going to create that action, so that way your door is open. You can grab it with your fingers and pull the door open. So that's what the popper does. Some of these come with another piece that goes on the other side, which is called a spacer plate, which is again a stainless steel plate which matches the size of this. So that way, if you need that little extra bit of oomph, you can get it by using the plate. This one here per se does not come with that plate. However, when you're shopping, you might want to invest in getting one that has it, because whether you use it or not, it may work today, and a year or two down the road, you might find yourself needing something like that. It's good to have it. So there's your solenoid. That there is your popper. We have the backup button, which you can also get very creative, and you can use magnetic reed switches. You can do all kinds of different ways. I've seen God knows how many ways to use an emergency backup button to get access into the vehicles. But that'll be another video. But for now, I wanted to basically cover all the stuff. This is all the stuff that we're currently stocking, selling. And if you need support, if you need a little help, you're not sure where to go, what to get, if you should get a 35-pound, 45-pound, 65-pound motor for your application, all these kinds of things, there are answers and a way to figure all this stuff out. But I just wanted to get the video out there. So if you're looking for some more information, maybe a little help with door poppers, door springs, shaved handles, stuff like that, visit our site at letsgosales.com. But that's it for today. Thanks for watching.